Hello there! Welcome to our channel. Please do subscribe to our channel for more cool videos. And for us to send you notifications, just click the bell symbol. Wonders of the world are not called such for nothing. Everyone who has seen them or read about them is left in a tremendous wonderment. Our video today focuses on mysterious places on Earth you probably won't believe exist. There are a lot other places far stranger than the big wonders such as the Grand Canyon and Victoria Falls. These places seem alien, and scientists to date are unable to find answers to the question of how were they even formed. More so, these places in every aspect don't seem to follow scientific laws. Number 10. Lake Karachai. Lake Karachai is in one of the nuclear facilities in the Soviet Union. The country is known for its nuclear factories that are mostly dangerous and poorly planned. The lake is notable for having the most radioactive water on Earth. Soviets carelessly dumped nuclear waste into the lake, and their nuclear practices are known to have caused problems in the lake's water. In 1957, a major explosion arose at the factory. The accident tore the facility into pieces, and this led to the spreading of radioactive particles encompassing 23,000 kilometers. The lake is more radioactive than Chernobyl. The lake has been wrapped with concrete as part of the measure to avoid such accidents from occurring again. Still, the whole area remains extremely dangerous and radioactive. Number 9. The sleeping city of Kalachi. In the city of Kalachi, Kazakhstan, citizens are suffering from a weird epidemic. People of all ages and genders would collapse and fall asleep randomly, even while walking on the streets. They would fall into slumber anytime only to complain of memory loss, tiredness, and even hallucinations when waking up. Evacuations were done as a part of a plan to solving the problem, but the result was futile. There are theories though, and one of them suggests that people are suffering from some sort of radiation poisoning since the area is located near a uranium mining site. Although this theory was not verified, blood tests and other monitoring were also done. Again, they were all unproductive. Notably, a town which is closer to the mine than Kalachi seemed immune to the epidemic. Number 8. The hum at the Taos. It's really a maddening situation when you can hear a constant, barely audible sound that you cannot trace. Imagine the agony of residents in Taos in New Mexico who have to go through such an ordeal since the early 1990s. They have been reporting a constant humming sound. People all over the town can hear it, and for 20 years, researchers failed in their attempt to locate the hum. Some scientists even conclude that these locals are superheroes who can hear sounds that other humans cannot. Number 7. The double tree of Cazarzo. This cute cherry tree in the countryside of Piemonte, Italy, has become an attraction. It looks like any other healthy cherry tree. The only difference is that it is one on top of a mulberry tree. It's like other parasitic trees that normally grow out of other trees. However, these parasitic trees are normally small and stunted things that live very short lives. This one, on the contrary, is composed of two fully grown, healthy trees, and their branches grow very wide. Some locals conclude that a bird may have carried the cherry seed and dropped it directly onto the mulberry tree. This seed developed roots that pushed through the hollow stem of the mulberry tree. The roots matured and grew all the way to the ground below to survive and to develop into a normal, healthy tree. Number 6. Circles of Namibia. In the Namibian desert, there's a notable kind of ecological mystery. There, you'll find fields of grass full of circles at regular intervals. The rings seem perfectly created, and they can range from 10 to 65 feet in diameter. These formations remind them of the movie Signs. Scientists are confused and unable to come up with answers to most of the questions regarding these circle patches. Interestingly, it seems nothing is growing in these circular formations. Scientists had various theories and all have been refuted eventually. In 2013, Norbert Jurgens, an environmental scientist, stated that termites are causing the circular formations. Later in 2015, biologist Walter R. Chinkel dispelled Jurgens' hypotheses. Number 5. Never-ending lightning storm. In the Catatumbo River in western Venezuela, a non-stop storm seemed to occur. Starting at 7 p.m. every night, lightning comes out for 10 hours. No one can explain exactly why it happens. The leading theory was that the underground uranium was the cause. This theory remains just as a theory. It suggests that the shape of the mountains caused the warm trade winds and cold air from the Andes to collide. This collision is in turn triggered by the rapidly evaporating water below and methane from an oil field nearby. This theory was another failure. One time in 2010, the storm just eased up to everyone's confusion. For a moment, it was thought that the lightning storm had ended. But after just 6 weeks of inactivity, the lightning appeared again and has stayed since. Number 4. The Boiling River. Deep in the Amazon, there's a unique river. It's unique because it's so hot. Spanning 4 miles long, the Shanai Tempishka River burns alive any animal that enters its waters. The creature gets its eyes and skull burned. The animal suffers from too much pain in minutes, paralyzing them, unable to swim to safety. Water fills its mouth and lungs first, and the animal dies from the inside out. The river can get as hot as 91 degrees Celsius or 196 degrees Fahrenheit. Normally, water near a volcano gets this hot, and this is very confusing because the nearest volcano is 700 kilometers away. Scientists suspect the boiling water under the ground that gets through fault lines and heats up the river. Number 3. Hessdal Lights. A great scientific mystery wraps the entire Hessdalen Valley in Norway. The phenomenon brings out bright colored lights flashing in the sky every night. These lights appear to dance, come in different shapes, and then disappear. The next night they will reappear. This occurrence lasted for at least 4 decades. There are theories about these lights, but none is strong enough. These lights have been appearing since the early 1930s, and various hypotheses were postulated. One theory points to the radioactivity of the lake. Interestingly, radon rides dust particles, and once it elevates, it decays to create lights. Another theory notes the sulfuric acid at the bottom of the valley. Sulfur reacts with water to produce these lights. A lot of tests had been performed, but they all gathered disappointing results. Number 2. The Devil's Kettle. The Devil's Kettle in Minnesota is one of the most interesting mysteries on Earth. Along the Brule River, there's a particular point where water flows into 2 splits. One direction flows to the Lake Superior, and the other split goes somewhere unknown to scientists. They are perplexed because they are sure of the fact that water has to turn up somewhere, but we don't know where that is. To study this mystery, scientists first tried putting dye into the kettle and waited to see where the dye would lead to. They arrived at nothing conclusive. In another test, they used ping pong balls. The balls disappeared and were untraceable. How could this be? The laws of science indicate that the water has to turn up somewhere. This occurrence breaks this law in most respects. Number 1. Mobile Cave. Located in southeastern Romania, the Mobile Cave was separated from the outside for 5.5 million years. The cave has an atmosphere unlike any other place on Earth. Workers who were evaluating the area for a power plant discovered this place. A pathway led them into this extraordinarily strange place. When you go to the area, you'll get to a chamber with a lake of sulfuric water that smells like rotten eggs. The air in the area is toxic, containing hydrogen sulfide and highly contaminated with carbon dioxide. Shockingly, the whole ecosystem inside it survived. About 33 endemic species to the cave adapted to thrive in a sulfuric environment. These are indeed strange places. Do you think scientists should continue on experimenting with them? Or are you one of those who advocate to let them be and just leave them to nature? Share with us your strange thoughts and we promise not to judge you. Do subscribe to our channel and get notified by pressing the bell icon. Thank you for watching.